Hi people, welcome back. We are going to be going on True Scary Stories Reddit threads for another Halloween. Happy Halloween! It's like literally Halloween when you're watching this, pretty much. Today's Halloween is just orange tank top and black zip up. This is from 8th grade when I went to Las Vegas, a pink exclusive, like Las Vegas exclusive. On the back it says Vegas. So it's exclusive. Maybe I'm a little bit of a VIP, whatever. Anyways, let's get into the true scary stories. Again, it's super late. That's just like, so this first one that we have here. This is called, I watched my coworker get arrested and then found out he had a sinister plan for me. I don't think it's called that. I think that's what the story is. So let's get a read. I watched my coworker get arrested and then found out, okay, we already heard that. I worked with this man for a little over 3 years. We worked pretty closely on some projects over the last 2 years and even sat near one another at work. In September, I showed up and saw about 10 detectives at my place of work. Holy crap. Damn, randomly? I was a bit startled, and this was quite unusual for my area. I looked around and saw my coworker was in handcuffs and looked quite disheveled, which wasn't out of the norm, to be honest. Oh, okay, so then that's like normal, whatever. I walked up to the detectives, introduced myself. Why can't you? I feel like most movies you see, they walk up to the detectives and like, what's going on? They're not like, hi, I'm Taylor Lang, nice to meet you, and let them know who I was in relation to him. Oh, I guess, maybe. I asked what was going on, and they filled me in on why he was currently being arrested. For the sake of the case, I won't share more than he was a disgusting person.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, so probably, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to think about that, do we? Over the course of the next 3 hours, I watched as they dismantled his workstation, went through his belongings, took evidence, pictures, and so on. Pulled him out of the rooms answering questions about his character, what I knew of him, and my feelings about him as a person. I told him that he gave me a weird feeling in my gut. Okay, for some reason, I was thinking that this was giving, like, bestie coworkers. I was like, okay, why lie? But maybe it's not lying. That I've always told my husband, oh, this is a girl. Sorry for maybe it's not, I don't know. That I've always told my husband I won't be surprised if the cops ever did come looking for him. That's what everyone always says, and then they don't call the cops. My husband even thought that he was weird. If I ever went missing, that he'd be the first person to be suspected. Didn't realize how real this almost was. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're gonna tell us why. The detective on the site told me that they served a search warrant at his home and they were looking for any evidence. It sounds like they found more than they anticipated. And we're looking to see if there's anything else unrelated to what they were currently investigating. I was asked my name and my husband's name for my confirmation for something they found, which I did think was odd, but I let it go. What do you mean you let it go? Why are you just gonna move on from that? What? And called my husband to update him on the happenings of the day thus far. However, the last hour I was pulled in for the final time and advised by one of the lead detectives who couldn't even look at me that I needed to ensure I was safe and protected. Why not look at you? Why can't he look at you when he says this? And protected in the event they didn't book him that day. Why would they not book him that day if they're doing this? Come to find out, he had been journaling on me over the course of at least a year, saying he wanted to be with me, but the problem was that I was married. Why are we doing quote unquote problem? Not because that is a problem. That's not quote unquote problem. That's problem. His journal then lined out a plan to set my husband up for cheating on me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like, wait, is he like, I like, this is the last paragraph. He has to be a killer or something. I don't know, and the next line, I didn't even read it. And the end result in my death, caused by him. My coworker, what? Why would you set up a plan for the husband to cheat on her and then kill her if you want her? The officer said that everything in between was more vile than he's ever heard, to the point that he was crying when he was telling me to make sure I was safe. Crying, a detective. Long time in prison. Oh, I like skipped to the next line. Long time in prison. I was like, okay, what? Didn't want to scare me. Thankfully, he was charged, and it's looking at a long, long time in prison. But I still think about it. It keeps me up at night. It just shows you never really know someone, even your coworkers. Yeah, that is crazy. Wait. Oh, I thought it said serial killer. I didn't realize this was sinister plan. That's still crazy. It's fucked regardless, but like, why is he killing you if he wants you? Why would he kill you if he already set the husband up for cheating? I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna kill my husband. I mean, I'm not defending him at all. I'm just saying, like, that just took like a so left turn. As I'm reading it, it's like, okay. He's not gonna kill her, or was gonna kill her, or kill him. See, Freudian slip. Maybe he wasn't on the right path all along. I don't know. I thought it was gonna end up him dying. That's crazy. Really creepy. That seems like a show storyline. You know what I mean? It's like, I never imagined this happening to me. Even all the stuff in last video was like, that doesn't happen to me. That does not happen to me. But you never know. Always think that, and then it happens to you. For real. Amen. My wife stepped on something in the lake. ... The next day, they found a body. Was it your wife? A few years ago, when my daughter was a toddler, my wife and I used to take her to a nearby lake to picnic, swim, and just unwind. It's a peaceful spot. Quiet. Not too crowded. Kind of place place where you could easily forget about the world for a while. That could not be me. I have crippling anxiety that I unfortunately cannot relate to that on any level. One afternoon, that's like, sorry to chom it up on your story. Didn't mean to do that. One afternoon, after we finished eating, my wife decided to go for a quick swim while I stayed on the beach with our daughter. I watched her wade out into the water, the sun sparkling off on the surface. A minute later, she suddenly stopped and turned to me, shouting something. At first, I couldn't make out what she said, but her expression was off, and I heard her clearly. I think I just stepped on someone's face. No, I was thinking like leg, arm, like something you're like, oh, that didn't seem like. I froze for a second, thinking maybe she was joking, but the look on her face wasn't playful. It was pale, almost terrified. She quickly started making her way back to the shore, her legs moving faster, like she couldn't get out of the water fast enough. Oh, I hate that feeling. I hate that, like, When she got back to me, she was visibly shaken. She said that while she was swimming, her foot brushed against something soft, and at first, thought it was a rock or some weird patch of seaweed, right? But see, that's why I always recoil. When I touch whatever, I recoil. But she pressed her foot, But when she pressed her foot down, she felt the unmistakable shape of a face beneath the water, a nose, an eye socket. Why was she feeling around? Why is it so like she was feeling around? She swore she felt the hollow of the eye. Why were you feel like immediate? I feel, Why are you feeling around like that? That's crazy. Not like, I guess curiosity, but man. I considered going in to check it out, but something stopped me. The unease in my gut, maybe. We decided to pack up and leave right after that. And you didn't? I would tell a security lifeguard. The next day, the locals reported that a young boy who had been missing, no, not being a young boy, that's even more sad, for days, was found drowned in the same lake, not far from where we had been. He had been there the whole time, just beneath the surface. So it wasn't him, it's someone else. Just beneath the surface. To this day, my wife is convinced she stepped on his face. That's insane. That's weird. I'm never gonna want to swim. Ew. Because again, I don't think anything like that is happening near you. Creepy. I don't like that at all. Like, why was she feeling around? Why'd you take your foot and As soon as you touch something in the water, you run. You run away. You pull back, run. Why? It sounded like she was touching the face more than a few seconds. I'm not trying to victim blame, but it's just like, feel sorry for your girl, because that's real. I don't think I would ever swim after that. I would never swim. I honestly think I would genuinely have to, like, seek therapy to swim again. Like, I would have to talk to my therapist about it to be able to swim again. Socks. Okay, this is sort of one, I don't want to say I've been waiting for this one, but it's called Traumatizing Night Shift, and I've been expecting a night, work story. So, giving 5 Nights at Freddy's vibes, so let's see what it is. One issue about this, though, is that this is formatted in one dry paragraph, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This is probably the creepiest, most unexplainable thing that has ever happened to me. I used to work overnight as a security guard at the local port, or as a security guard overnight. Usually none of the port workers would stay overnight except for the safety official. I wouldn't be left on the ship alone since the site has a radius of nearly 2 miles. I don't know what that means. But there's another one else 2 miles away. Overnight, usually there'd be 3 guards, including me, so 2 guards. You're alone. Since the area was fairly big, there was different posts, but front gate was the main entrance area where all of the guards would be stationed overnight, since there was no need to pull them in other posts due to the fact that there was no activity on the other side of that time. Okay. A lot of information that I'm just throwing aside because I don't really know if this truly matters. No offense. The veteran guards that have been there for years would often say that the site was haunted. Given the fact that there have been a lot of accidents and deaths that occurred in this area a long time ago, I was aware that people died there due to freak accidents. Like what? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Are we over matching the freak or what? I don't know. And I do believe in angels and demons since I'm actually a religious person. Okay. But I always thought that the superiors were just messing with the new guys. Oh, I thought he was talking about superiors like God. Sorry, that's I don't know if that's me. I would work 5 to 6 nights out of the week. Okay, 5 nights at Freddy's with the bonus night. And for the first few weeks, I never really saw or heard anything out of the ordinary, except for maybe a few questionable creaks, and would see a few misplaced objects while doing my patrol rounds, but nothing too crazy. It's misplaced. Why aren't you running out of there screaming, crying, throwing up? Because that's what I would do. Just to describe the setting to you, this was a fairly big site on occasion. When there were big projects being constructed at the port, the workers would sometimes stay overnight due to the fact that there were times where the port workers were required to stay at the port for a few days. Why? Why would anyone do this job for fun? There's a gym in the site for their convenience. Oh, great. This gym, oh, it's a haunted gym, so now I'm never gonna want to go to the gym again. I thought I was like, fine, some do overnight shifts. This gym is fairly old. In the gym, there's a sauna, weights, and even a racquetball court. Okay, pickleball. What about pickleball? If you don't know what a racquetball court is, it's similar to an indoor tennis court with thin plastered walls and thick glass doors. I actually didn't know that. Usually on our patrol rounds, me and one of the other guards, Mike, would stop by the gym and play a few rounds of racquetball before returning back to the front gate. So you're not working, so people are going to be breaking in. Great, that's what's gonna happen. You play racquetball and you're gonna die because of it. I'm scared. Well, on one of those nights, me and Mike decided to hit a full workout instead of playing racquetball in the cage. And the cage is crazy. Okay, Joe, from you. This is around 2:30 a.m. and the entire building is so quiet that you can hear the electricity running through the lights. I don't like that. Leave. The air conditioner's off and so is everything else. Why is the AC off and you're working out for a whole hit of workout? What? The only thing that's running is the light. 15 to 20 minutes into the workout, we hear a loud thump. We crossed it off as nothing and continued working out. You are security guards, and you said, you know what? That was nothing. That loud thump, that was nothing. Okay, great. We continued to work out. Then after a few more minutes, we heard a loud thump once more. Then we radioed him, who's him, and he gave us his location, which was front gate, okay? We tried thinking logically on what could be making those thumps on the wall. Oh, it's a racquetball. Did I spoil the story? I'm really surprised that I got that, if that's what it is. We tried thinking logically on what could be making the thumps on the wall. They were coming from the court on the other side. We thought it was the air conditioner, but then we remembered that it was off. And even when it switched on during the day, there's no reports on thumps coming from the air conditioner. Reports on an AC unit. Who's doing that? Not me. After a few more minutes, the thumps started occurring one after another. We were very creeped out at this point, but we were about to witness still scares the absolute shit out of me to this day. We started to approach the other side of the gym where the glass door was. We turned on the flashlight and aimed it towards the clear glass door, and I got chills all over my body, and I started tearing so much of fear. I started tearing so much out of fear that I was about to cry. Oh, tearing. See, I never finish sentences. That's my issue with these videos. I started tearing so much out of fear that I was about to cry. We saw one of the balls rolling slowly by itself inside the court, but there was no one in there. So that means the loud thumps were the balls mysteriously being tossed against the wall as if someone was playing inside the cage. We were both so confused and frightened how this was really happening. We couldn't make any sense of it. We were scared and we started yelling and running away because we knew that there was probably something evil toying with us right there. You're security guards. Why would you not check it out? What? Fire. Lose your job. Sorry, is that mean? Like, I don't know. Am I being really mean this time around? As we sprinted full speed back to the front gate, the lieutenant saw us and asked why we were tearing and running. Like, why does he keep saying tearing? Why we were tearing and running in a ridiculous manner. We told him what we witnessed, and his facial expression scared us even more. He then said, that's why there's always guards that quit often. There's something evil in that area, and it's not the first time that something that bad has happened here. He then showed us security footage of dark figures and shadows literally passing through the office areas and lights mysteriously switching on and off. To this day, I still get chills recounting my experience with my friends and family, and even I'm getting chills right now as I'm typing this. I never had a real encounter with the supernatural until that night. Many say that it was demonic demonic presence messing around, and others say it was a ghost of a dead person who died in that area. I don't know what it was, but I didn't last long in the job after that. There were other opportunities, but I'll send it at a later time. Oh, there's other experiences I met. Yeah, I think I would leave right away if I was working there and that happened. I can't believe I guessed it right. Can't believe I guessed the ending. I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry if that was a spoiler and that was kind of messed up of me. I'm kind of proud that I did that. I am just really I honestly, it's giving someone was in there. I don't know. I feel why would you not? I don't know. I think if you're a security guard, you should be strong enough to, not strong enough, mentally strong enough to go in there and be hey. So the fact that they started running and screaming is kind of funny. Is that mean? Am I being mean? I can't tell. Imagine if you were in the cage playing and the ball started going around all crazy. That's Final Destination. The ball started going around all crazy. That's definitely happened in Final Destination. For sure. Another forest one, like the camping one last week. We got lost in a forest and it was one of the strangest experiences of my life. The following story took place quite a few years ago back. However, it still baffles me completely and I'd like to share it here. Thanks, king or queen. I'm a teenager and I've been scouting / Boy Scouts for nearly all of my life, and I really enjoy exploring with my friends and being trusted more as I'm older now. A few years ago, me and two girls named Amy and Harriet were asked to head into the woods surrounding our campsite to find a long, straight stick suitable for carving into a point. Okay, interesting choice. Why are they carving a knife, but okay. Bear in mind, I was a lot younger back then. Harriet was older, Amy only 1 year older than myself. We had been walking in deliberately the same direction as to not get lost, and memorizing the surroundings as we went in order to find our way back easily. About 15 minutes in, we couldn't find anything to take back, so we turned around and returned to the campsite. I'm searching through sticks. That's your childhood, searching through sticks. I never did that. I even lived in the sticks of Pennsylvania, but I never did that. That's when the initial panic set in. I'm assuming that's what they meant. The trees had almost unnaturally knitted themselves together in such a way that it seemed our path was non-existent in the first place. Like it had just vanished. We looked around 360 degrees. 360. When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. I'm everywhere. I'm so Julia. And now everything looked exactly the same. Trees we could have sworn were different from one another appeared as all copies of the same tree. Okay, so you were like on drugs or something at this point. We kept walking in what we thought was to be the correct direction while shouting out for help, and eventually came to a concrete path, almost like a road, but very thin, separating the forest, splitting it into two. We didn't follow the road as it went in the wrong direction of our campsite. What is going on? It sounds like you're on drugs, but I guess you're not. I don't know. Did Harriet drug you because she was older? I don't know. On the other side of the path was more forest. However, nearby was an abandoned shack, likely used for storage or whatever else. We had no idea anything like this was out here in these woods. Yeah, what the heck is that random? This is a movie. So we just kept walking. We eventually came to a road we didn't recognize. A woman wearing pink and purple regatta outdoors coat. I don't know what that means. Walked past and we frantically asked her for a direction of our campsite. As by now, according to our watches and Harriet's phone, if Harriet had a phone, call someone. Is there service out there? We've been walking for an hour and a half. She said she'd never seen us before, but she'd said there was another campsite in that direction. We followed her advice and eventually came back to our campsite. Okay. Okay, slay. Okay, lady in the trench coat. Thank you. Frantically apologized for being so long that we couldn't find anything. The leader, Ian, I like how he's quotation Ian, could see all three of us were shaken up, and he stared confused that we'd only been gone for 25 minutes and that our free time was still going on. To this day, this baffles me. All three of us, as our free time was 40 minutes long, and our watches and phones had said we'd been gone for hours. The forest where we were lost, it felt crushing and claustrophobic. Like we'd entered in an area that the concept of the time didn't apply. So did the clock change back on your phone when you got back? Like did it go back? That's a question I have. I believe in the paranormal. However, this was so unlike anything I've heard or experienced before. It literally was like we'd been in a time vortex or something, and at the hours of, okay, Stranger Things. Okay. Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be. And that hours in the forest were only minutes in the rest of the world. The feeling was very strange and it was stuck beneath the rest of the camp. Someone commented, they're just playing with you, making you feel trapped in a forest for a while. This is classic behavior of naughty forest spirits all over the world. Usually makes people who enter their territory confused, run around in a circle, cannot get out for the time being. You can try this in any virgin forest. No human settlement nearby, although prior prayer usually discourages spirits in pranking you. I almost said in spanking you. It's harmless prank by mischievous spirits. Hello. I know this is too late, but next time you experience this in the wilderness, use your mobile phone to record the environment and then watch the video. They can't change or glam the video feed. It'll tell you the real environment, not glamour illusion. That's weird. Oh my god, that's weird. That is weird. I don't think I'm really processing the whole time thing. That's crazy. Why am I thinking maybe like you're walking in the woods and like you walked into Canada? Like you walked into a new time zone. Like where did this take place? Like did you walk in because you know when you're like driving and then you get in a new time zone and it changes? Did that happen? I don't know. I'm not trying to like discount your spirit story. I'm sorry. That's kind of crazy. No, that like you should have asked that lady. And also I'm so confused how you got out. I would have like been like Candace in the Hunger Games scene when she's like ah! I would have been like that. That's what it's giving. I would have like sounds like you're on drugs. I like how everyone said spirits and I said sounds like you're on drugs. I'm like sounds like you popped a molly. I've never done any of those drugs, so I don't know if that's really what it sounds like, and I don't know much about those drugs, so sorry. Crazy. The like merging in, like I think, like, if I saw it happening, I would, like, my heart is in my ass thinking of that. Ow, I got a cramp in my calf. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's it. I'm done with the spookiness. I miss fun Halloween. I really miss, like, I think there's a part in me that wants to be, like, a scary Halloween enjoyer, but then stuff like this happens and I can't, like, I can only enjoy it that's it. I can only enjoy it in increments. That's truly it. Like, but maybe I need to consume it more that, like, I then will then actually enjoy it more. I don't know how I feel. I just, like, I enjoy watching a scary movie here and there. I like psychological thriller, scary horror. That's more interesting than, like, Saw. I've never seen Saw either, but I don't know, like the ones, like the bloody ones, like I don't know, I didn't see all that. I've seen Purge though. Don't know why that was like my choice of horror movie. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Stay safe, and or if you're watching this after Halloween, I hope you had a wonderful Halloween and happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas almost. What I want for Christmas. She's defrosting. Sorry, I don't want to be one of those people. I didn't do that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Make sure you check me out on everyone's social media. I'm doing everything all the time. And I'll see you next week. As always, stay happy, stay excited. Peace out. I love you guys. Bye.